Jamaica might experience famine as Hurricane Melissa wipes out the agriculture sector. Hurricane Melissa isn't just another storm in the Caribbean, it's shaping up to be one of the most devastating weather events in Jamaica's modern history. As it barrels across the Atlantic, forecasters warn that the island's food-producing regions could face catastrophic flooding and wind damage. The system's projected path cuts directly through Jamaica's agricultural heartland, placing tens of thousands of farmers in the storm's crosshairs. What's at stake is not just property, but the very foundation of Jamaica's food security. Over the years, Jamaica has built a delicate balance between domestic farming and imported food. But that balance is easily shattered when nature strikes. In the case of Hurricane Melissa, the scale of destruction could rival, or even surpass, Hurricane Ivan and Hurricane Gilbert combined. Fields of bananas, yams, cassava, and vegetables could be destroyed within hours, leaving a trail of hunger that lasts long after the winds die down. Experts warned that this could trigger a food crisis unlike anything seen in decades. And as Christmas approaches, a time when food demand traditionally surges, the timing couldn't be worse. With crops under threat, distribution networks on edge, and panic buying already spreading, Melissa could be the storm that turns celebration into survival. The fear is real. Jamaica could be heading toward famine. The agricultural heart of Jamaica. Jamaica's agricultural sector has always been the lifeblood of its rural economy. Over 200,000 Jamaicans depend directly on farming for their livelihoods, producing much of the food that fills the markets of Kingston, Mandeville, and Montego Bay. From the yam hills of Trelawney to the vegetable fields of St. Elizabeth, these regions are the island's breadbasket, a network of smallholders who feed the nation through hard work and tradition. Yet, despite its resilience, this sector remains highly vulnerable to climate shocks. Most farms are small and rain-fed, with little access to crop insurance, irrigation systems, or storage infrastructure. When a major hurricane strikes, it doesn't just damage crops, it destroys livelihoods. The soil becomes waterlogged, roads are cut off, and entire communities lose both their income and their source of food. Drone footage before Melissa's arrival shows farmers covering their fields, securing livestock, and praying for mercy. But many know the reality. One night of torrential rain can undo an entire year of labor. And this time, meteorologists say Melissa's intensity could make it the storm that wipes out Jamaica's farming base entirely. When the fields go under. When floodwaters rise, the first to go are Jamaica's most vital crops. Bananas snap under gale-force winds, yam vines are uprooted, and vegetables drown beneath standing water. Livestock, too, are at risk, as farmers struggle to protect animals from flash floods and collapsing shelters. The agricultural chain, from seed to harvest, collapses in a matter of hours. Once the fields go under, recovery becomes painfully slow. Contaminated water sources make irrigation unsafe, stored produce rots in warehouses without power, and soil erosion strips the land of its fertility. Replanting takes months, sometimes years, and without immediate government support, many farmers simply give up. This loss of local production forces Jamaica to import more food, often at higher global prices. The ripple effect reaches every corner of society. With reduced supply and high demand, the cost of fresh produce skyrockets. A pound of yam or banana could double or triple in price. And for poor Jamaicans, that means eating less, skipping meals, or turning to cheaper, less nutritious alternatives. When agriculture collapses, hunger follows. The Christmas price spike. The Jamaican Christmas season is usually filled with abundance, market stalls overflowing with fruits, meats, and baked goods. But this year, the festive spirit could be replaced by anxiety. With Hurricane Melissa threatening to wipe out crops and disrupt imports, food prices are already climbing even before the storm makes landfall. Shoppers are filling carts and hoarding essentials, fearing shortages similar to those seen after Hurricane Ivan. Economists predict that the coming months could see record-high food inflation. Imported goods like rice, flour, and chicken feed could face logistical delays as ports close and shipping routes are disrupted. Meanwhile, locally grown produce will become scarce. Even if farms survive, transportation networks, damaged roads, and washed-out bridges will make it hard to bring food to market. By December, the price of traditional Christmas meals could reach unaffordable levels for many families. What should be a time of joy may instead become a season of struggle. Jamaicans may be forced to make hard choices, whether to buy gifts or groceries, to celebrate or conserve. Hurricane Melissa could change the meaning of Christmas in ways few could have imagined. Global support begins to line up. As the threat grows, the international community is already responding. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, has activated its regional logistics hub to send emergency supplies to Jamaica, including solar lamps, air mattresses, hygiene kits, and tarpaulins. These materials are aimed at supporting displaced families and restoring some sense of stability in the immediate aftermath of the storm. At the same time, the World Food Programme, WFP, has begun coordinating with Jamaica's Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM. Their goal: to ensure that emergency food aid, cash support, and supply chain assistance are ready to deploy the moment conditions allow. The WFP's expertise in rapid response will be crucial in keeping food moving across the island once the storm passes. But while international aid provides hope, it also exposes Jamaica's dependence on external assistance. Each year, as storms grow stronger due to climate change, the country relies more heavily on foreign organizations to feed its people. The challenge isn't just surviving this hurricane, it's building a future where Jamaica can feed itself, even in crisis. Beyond the storm. When the skies clear and the winds fade, Jamaica will face the slow and painful process of rebuilding. Fields will have to be replowed, seeds replanted, and irrigation systems repaired. Many farmers, already burdened by debt, will struggle to start over. The government's Agricultural Recovery Fund, often limited in size, will be stretched thin as demands pour in from every parish. In the weeks that follow, food imports will surge to fill the gap. But higher global shipping costs, currency fluctuations, and damaged local infrastructure will make these imports more expensive than ever. Jamaica's dependence on foreign food will deepen, leaving the country even more vulnerable to future crises. What was once a farming nation risks becoming a fully import-dependent consumer state. Still, there is a path forward. If the government and private sector can use this disaster as a wake-up call, investing in climate-resilient crops, greenhouses, and better disaster planning, Jamaica can rebuild a stronger, more self-sufficient food system. But that will take time, money, and determination. For now, the nation faces a long, uncertain road ahead. In the end, Hurricane Melissa's true legacy will not be measured by the wind speed or rainfall totals, but by how Jamaica responds. This storm could be the catalyst for a national reckoning about food security, climate adaptation, and resilience. The island's survival depends on more than relief efforts. It depends on a transformation in how the nation grows, distributes, and protects its food. Communities across Jamaica are already showing signs of unity. Farmers are sharing seeds, families are pooling resources, and local organizations are stepping in to distribute aid. It's a reminder that while nature may break infrastructure, it cannot break spirit. Jamaica has endured countless storms before, and each time, it has rebuilt. But the question remains, will this be the moment Jamaica finally breaks the cycle of disaster and dependency? Or will Hurricane Melissa be remembered as the storm that pushed the island to the brink of famine? Only time and resilience will tell.